If you're planning to move to the UK for work, or you're already here and hoping to switch jobs or extend your visa, you need to hear this. The UK government has just made one of the biggest changes to the skilled worker visa route in years. And for many migrants, it could shut the door completely. As of 2025, you may no longer qualify for a UK work visa unless your job is considered RQF Level 6. That's the equivalent of a university degree. That's right. The UK is phasing out most lower-skilled roles from the skilled worker route. No more care assistants, no more chefs, no more construction workers, unless your job fits new exceptions. This new rule is already in motion, and if you're applying for a work visa, renewing, or even thinking of changing employers, you could be affected. In this video, I'll break it all down for you. What exactly is RQF Level 6? Who does this impact the most? Which jobs are still safe? And how can you protect your future in the UK under these new rules? Whether you're a carer, a student, or a skilled professional, this update could change everything. Let's get into it. So, what exactly is RQF? It stands for Regulated Qualifications Framework, and it's the official system the UK uses to measure the skill or qualification level of a job. The scale runs from Level 1 to Level 8. Level 1 is for basic GCSEs. Level 8 is for things like PhDs and advanced research qualifications. Right in the middle, you've got RQF Level 6, and that's the level the government now expects for most new skilled worker visa jobs. RQF Level 6 is the equivalent of a UK bachelor's degree. It's where most graduate-level jobs fall. Think of roles like engineers, teachers, nurses, or accountants. But here's where the big change comes in. Before 2025, the UK accepted jobs at RQF Level 3 and above for work visas. That included roles like care assistants, senior carers, chefs, builders, electricians, and other tradespeople. These are people who don't have degrees, but they have real hands-on skills and training. And until now, the UK welcomed them under the skilled worker route. But starting this year, most of those RQF Level 3 roles will no longer qualify, unless they appear on a new shortage occupation list or fall under special transitional rules. This shift to RQF Level 6 is a game changer. It raises the bar, and it shuts out a huge number of jobs that migrants have relied on for years to come to the UK. So if your job doesn't meet RQF Level 6, or you're not sure what level your occupation falls under, it's critical that you find out now. Now let's talk about what exactly is changing under the new 2025 rules. The UK government has officially updated the criteria for skilled worker visa applicants, and it's a major shift. From this year onwards, most new applications for skilled worker visas must be for jobs that are at RQF Level 6 or higher. That means the job you're applying for needs to be classified as graduate level, something that would usually require a university degree, or at least the equivalent in skills and responsibilities. If your role is below that level, like RQF 3, 4, or 5, it will no longer be eligible for a work visa, unless it's specifically listed on the new shortage occupation list. That list is being updated to reflect the new direction, and it's expected to be much shorter and stricter than before. So if you're a care assistant, a chef, a lorry driver, a painter, or working in any number of skilled trades, your job may no longer qualify for sponsorship under the new rules. And it's not just new applicants who are affected. If you're already in the UK on a skilled worker visa and planning to switch jobs or employers, the new job must meet the RQF Level 6 requirement. Otherwise, your application could be rejected. This rule applies immediately for new applications and will soon impact extensions and job changes too. In short, the skilled worker visa route is no longer open to lower-skilled or mid-skilled roles, unless the government makes an exception. The UK is shifting toward what they're calling a high-skill, high-wage migration policy, and this change to RQF Level 6 is a clear signal of that shift. So who's going to feel this change the most? The answer is simple. It's the workers who've been the backbone of the skilled worker visa route for the last few years. First up, the health and care sector, care assistants, senior carers, domiciliary care workers. These roles were all accepted under RQF Level 3, and thousands of people came to the UK through these jobs. But now, unless they move into a degree-level role, or unless the government makes a specific exception, these roles will no longer qualify for new visa sponsorship. Next, the hospitality sector. Chefs, sous chefs, restaurant managers, and kitchen staff. Many of these positions previously qualified under the skilled worker route, but under the RQF 6 rule, they're likely to be excluded unless their job title appears on the new shortage occupation list. Then we've got the construction and logistics sector, We're talking about bricklayers, roofers, HGV drivers, warehouse supervisors, skilled jobs, but often at RQF levels 3 to 5. Under the new rule, these may no longer be eligible for visa sponsorship. And finally, the retail and customer service sector. Supervisors, team leaders, support staff. While not traditionally seen as skilled worker visa jobs, a small number of these roles previously qualified. That window is now closing fast. In all these cases, the same message applies. If your role is not considered degree level, or if it doesn't appear on the updated shortage list, your route into the UK under a skilled worker visa is now severely restricted. This will impact thousands of migrants planning to move to the UK, and many who are already here, looking to change jobs or employers. Are there any transitional protections? Now here's some good news. At least for those who are already in the UK, the government has introduced what's called transitional protections to avoid punishing people who came in under the old rules. If you already hold a skilled worker visa in a job below RQF Level 6, like a care assistant, chef, or HGV driver, you can still extend or renew your visa, even after the new rule takes effect. In fact, you'll be allowed to stay in your current role and apply for extensions up until 2028. But, and this is a big but, there's a major restriction. You must stay in the same job type and usually with the same employer. If you try to switch employers or change to a different job title, the new role must meet the RQF Level 6 requirement. Otherwise, you may be refused or forced to leave the UK. So, if you're a senior carer, for example, and you plan to stay with your employer and just extend, you're covered until 2028. But if you want to move to another care home or switch into a different role, you may not qualify anymore. This protection is often referred to as a sunset period, meaning it's temporary. Once we hit 2028, even extensions for lower-level jobs will likely end. So if you're already in the UK under the skilled worker route, this is your window to plan ahead. Consider whether you can retrain, move into a higher-level role, or even switch to a different visa route before time runs out. So what kinds of jobs still qualify under the new RQF Level 6 rule? The good news is, there are still plenty of eligible occupations, but they're mostly what the UK considers graduate-level roles, jobs that normally require a university degree or equivalent experience. Here are some of the key sectors and job types that typically meet the RQF 6 standard. First, healthcare professionals. This includes registered nurses, paramedics, radiographers, physiotherapists, midwives, and occupational therapists. These roles are still safe, and in fact, the UK still needs them urgently. Second, engineering and technical fields. Civil engineers, mechanical engineers, electrical engineers, software developers, IT business analysts, all of these are degree level and remain on the approved list. Third, education. Qualified teachers, especially in subjects like maths, physics, and computer science, are still eligible under the skilled worker route. Fourth, finance and legal jobs. Accountants, actuaries, solicitors, and other regulated professionals easily meet the RQF Level 6 threshold. And finally, science, architecture, and environmental sectors. Jobs like architects, biochemists, environmental consultants, and lab researchers all meet the skill level required. But remember, it's not just about the job title. Every job is assigned a specific occupation code by the UK Home Office, and that code determines its skill level and eligibility for visa sponsorship. So before applying for a job or accepting an offer, it's really important to check the official occupation code and make sure it's still approved under the new rules. You can do this using the government's skilled worker occupation list, and I'll link it in the description below. Bottom line, if your job is degree level, you're probably safe. If not, it's time to start exploring alternative routes or upskilling options. What are your options if you're in a lower-level job? Now, if your current job is below RQF Level 6, don't panic just yet. There are still a few options available, but they require planning and quick action. First, if you're already in the UK on a skilled worker visa for a lower-level job, like a care assistant or chef, you may be able to extend your visa under transitional protections, but only if you stay in the same job role. That gives you time to plan your next move before the sunset period ends in 2028. Second, if you haven't applied yet but you've received a job offer, you should apply as soon as possible, while your role is still eligible under the older rules. This applies especially to people overseas looking to migrate quickly. Third, consider upskilling or retraining into a degree-level role. For example, if you're a care assistant, you could train to become a registered nurse, which is still on the approved list. There are pathways to study, earn while training, or even secure sponsorship through apprenticeship or degree programs. Fourth, explore alternative visa routes. If the skilled worker route closes for your role, you may still qualify under a spouse or family visa if you have a British partner or parent, a student visa, especially if you want to retrain, the youth mobility scheme, if you're from a qualifying country, the graduate visa, if you've recently completed a UK degree. Fifth, keep an eye on the updated shortage occupation list. The government is reviewing which lower-level jobs might still be allowed due to severe labor shortages. If your job makes it onto that list, you could still be eligible, even if it's below RQF Level 6. And finally, speak to an immigration advisor or solicitor if your case is complex. Every situation is different, and getting tailored advice could help you find a legal and safe way to remain in the UK. So while the new rules make things harder, there are still doors open. The key is to act early, stay informed, and explore every legal option available. So, why is the UK government making these changes? Why raise the skill level now? The answer lies in one word: control. Over the past few years, net migration to the UK has hit record highs. In 2023 alone, over 700,000 people were added to the population through migration. And while many came for work or study, the government has faced growing pressure to reduce the overall numbers. Ministers now want to reshape the immigration system so that only the most skilled and highly paid workers can enter the country. The new RQF Level 6 rule is part of that wider plan. It's all about moving away from lower-paid, lower-skilled jobs, and instead, encouraging employers to recruit from the UK first. Or, if they really need to sponsor someone from abroad, that worker must bring a graduate-level skill set. This approach is being called a high-skill, high-wage model of migration. It's designed to support economic growth, while reducing pressure on housing, public services, and social infrastructure. Whether it works or not remains to be seen. Critics argue that cutting off lower-skilled migrant labor could damage sectors like healthcare, hospitality, logistics, and construction, all of which rely heavily on foreign workers. But for now, the government is pushing forward with these reforms, and the RQF Level 6 requirement is just one piece of a much bigger immigration overhaul happening in 2025. And that's why it's more important than ever to stay up to date and understand how every change could affect your status, your job, or your long-term goals in the UK. So, let's recap what you need to do right now. First, check the RQF level of your current job or the job you're applying for. You can do this by using the official skilled worker occupation list. I'll leave a link in the description below. Second, if you're already in the UK on a skilled worker visa and your job is below level 6, don't change jobs yet. Stick with your current employer and make sure any extensions are submitted before the sunset period ends in 2028. Third, if your job no longer qualifies, start looking at upskilling, retraining, or switching to a different route such as a student visa, family visa, or graduate route, depending on your situation. Fourth, keep your eyes on the new shortage occupation list. Some lower-skilled roles might still be included, and that could be your chance to apply. And finally, stay informed. Immigration rules are changing rapidly in 2025, and what's true today might change again tomorrow. That's why we're here. On this channel, we break down every update, clearly, honestly, and in a way that helps you move forward. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification so you never miss an update that could affect your future in the UK. And if you have questions or want us to cover your specific visa situation, drop a comment below. We read everyone. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.